Hi guys, how's everybody doing today? I hope you are all doing great. My name is Miss Young and I make videos to help you remember the things that you already know and to teach you about some new things. So guys, usually we start with a question of the day, but today our video is going to be a little bit different. We're just going to spend all of our time talking about our lesson. And today our lesson is going to be about recycling. I know that we all know what recycling is, right? That is when we sort through our garbage and we put some stuff in the garbage can and we put some stuff in the recycling bin. We're going to talk all about that. So first we're going to switch screens. We're going to learn a little bit about recycling, where the garbage goes. And then we're going to come back here and we're going to talk more about it. Okay? All right. Ready? Here we go.
What do we do with all of our trash? Well, most of the time when we throw things away, the garbage collector picks up our trash and takes it to a landfill. A landfill is a place where trash is spread out in layers on the ground, and then it is mashed down by big machines and covered over with dirt. Landfills can be bad because the chemicals can leak out into the ground and into the water, and also pretty soon we're not going to have much land left to bury all of our trash. Garbage is also taken to a factory that burns it. Well, this isn't very good either because the smoke rises from these factories and can pollute the air. But a better thing we can do with trash is to recycle it. Recycling means making what we already have into something else. When you recycle something, it involves cleaning the old material, shredding it or melting it down, and forming it into the same thing again or into something new or different. Recycling paper helps save trees and can be recycled to make new paper. Plastic can be made into park benches, buckets, and even flower pots. Glass is melted to make new glass items like jars, bottles, and even windows. Aluminum and steel cans are also melted down and reshaped to make new cans, bicycles, and even cars. Glass, plastic, paper, and cans can be recycled over and over again, which helps make less garbage and helps our land and air and water stay cleaner. If we all do our part, we can make the world a better place for everyone.
Okay guys, so now that we've learned about recycling, let's talk about the stuff that we recycle. Okay, first thing you guys have to remember is that anything that you put in the recycling bin has to be cleaned out. Rinse it all out. Rinse all out. If there's food or any kind of liquid or anything in the container that you want to recycle, make sure that you rinse it out and that there's nothing left in there, because they won't take dirty recycling stuff. All right, so let's talk about cardboard and paper. We all are getting lots of boxes in the mail because we're getting a lot of things delivered to our house from Amazon or UPS or FedEx, and they come to our house and they deliver things that we buy in these boxes. Well, these boxes, definitely you guys need to recycle these boxes. It's best if you flatten them out before you put them in the recycling bin. Then we have this kind of paper that the recycling that comes in the boxes that we get. This paper is a great thing to recycle, or you could reuse this paper. You could reuse it to wrap a gift and decorate it. You could use it to draw on. Always remember to think before you recycle it, can you reuse it? And we'll talk a little bit more about that. So, paper. Then we have the cardboard paper towel roll. Paper towel tube. Yes, that is inside the paper towels when you're done with it. This is always something that you can recycle. And if you are crafty, you can save it and reuse it for crafts. And this is the same cardboard tube that is in the toilet paper when you're done with it. So another great thing to recycle, paper towel tubes and toilet paper tubes. And these are both paper or cardboard category. So when you're sorting it out, sometimes you have to put paper in one and plastic in the other. Remember what kind it is. This is paper and cardboard. Okay, here's some more cardboard. This is the kind of cardboard that a lot of packages come in. Also, your cereal boxes. Your cereal boxes are definitely something you guys can recycle. Okay, another kind of thing that we recycle is aluminum cans. Like I said, make sure that you rinse them out so that there's no food inside. But always remember to recycle your soda cans, your Pepsi, your Coke, your Sprite, all of those things, and any kind of other can from the kitchen like beans, tomatoes, and tuna. Okay? And cat food. If you have an animal, pet, and it's a cat or a dog and they eat wet food and it comes in a can, recycle those cans, guys. And then you can always recycle glass. Any kind of glass jars can always be recycled. This kind of plastic is a lot of times what fruit and vegetables come in, and this is a great thing to recycle as long as it's clean. Okay, so yeah, this kind of plastic is okay to recycle. Now this is called styrofoam. Styrofoam is another thing that they don't want you to put in your recycling bins at your house. So if you have styrofoam, probably just go ahead and throw it in the regular trash can, because this is something that can't really be recycled. Although I do think that at grocery stores they have a special spot for styrofoam, just like they have for bubble wrap, but you might have to check your store where you live. Okay, but yeah, this unfortunately can't be recycled in your house recycling bin. Let's reuse and recycle. But the third R is reduce. Reduce, reuse, and recycle. So we've been talking a little bit about that. Let's talk a little bit more about reducing things. Reducing things is when you use less of something. So that means when you're in the kitchen and you're using paper towels, try to only use one paper towel instead of 3 or 4. Usually one paper towel will do the job. Using less toilet paper when you go to the restroom. You don't need to pull a whole bunch of toilet paper off the roll and wad it up and use it. You don't need that much. Use what you need, of course, but try to use a little bit less. You don't have to buy a whole bunch of plastic forks and spoons and knives and plastic baggies. Use less of that stuff. You can use regular silverware and wash it instead. And instead of plastic baggies, reduce that number by using containers that you can reuse over and over and over again. And then what you do have, reuse it. You can reuse these plastic bags for carrying things. If you have holes or stains in your clothes, instead of going out to buy new clothes, you can clean off the stain with some stain remover, or have someone mend if there's a hole in your sock or a hole under your arm in your shirt, have someone sew it up, and then you are reusing what you already have. We already talked about reusing jars to hold things. I love using jars to hold pencils and pens. Great idea. If you want to make a little bit of extra money, you gather up all of the clothes and the things around your house that you're not using anymore, and maybe get your neighbors to join in, and you could have a big garage sale, and you could get a little bit of money, and then what you don't sell, then you could take it to Goodwill. So those are some ways that we can reduce, reuse, and recycle. Now let's talk about some things that you can do at home. First thing that you can do at home is you can volunteer to go in your neighborhood and pick up the trash. Now, don't pick it up with your bare hands because it's dirty and it could have germs. But if you put some gloves on, you could go and pick up trash, or you could get those trash picker-upper things at the dollar store, and you could pick up trash. All the litter that people throw on the streets is just terrible, guys. I saw somebody throwing a banana peel out their window yesterday. Is that right? No, just save the banana peel in your car until you get to a trash can and then throw it away. Don't throw it out the window. So yes, that is one thing that you can do at home. Clean up all of the litter in the neighborhood. Another thing that you can do at home is you can leave a thank you note for the person that collects your garbage and recycling. They have a hard job. They go around to all of the houses and they collect all of our recycling and all of our garbage. So it would be nice to say thank you to them. So you could write it on a little note and tape it to the garbage can or the recycling bin. And then the other thing you can do at home, you can put these words in alphabetical order. So what that means is you think about the alphabet, and I will also put the alphabet up here for you to see. And start with the letter A, okay? And you look at this list and you see if there's any words that begin with the letter A. If there is, write it down. If there's not, go on to the letter B. Look at this list and see if there is a word that begins with the letter B. If there is, write it down. If not, then go on then go on to the letter C and check and see if there's a letter that begins with the letter C. If there is, write it down. If there's not, go on to the next letter D, and do that until you get all the way through the alphabet. And then on your list you will have these words in alphabetical order. Okay, guys? All right, well, we are out of time for today, so I hope you have a great, wonderful, terrific, marvelous day, and I will see you in the next video. Bye, guys.